Hi ladies, hi friends. So happy to see you here today. Thank you for joining me. Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific time have officially become Dazzle of the Day Wednesdays. Yes, so every Wednesday going forward, it's at 11 a.m. You can join me here for Dazzle of the Day Wednesdays. Yes. So I'm so excited to be here with you for the first Dazzle of the Day Wednesday. We've been doing Dazzles all along, but this is the official commencement of Dazzle of the Day Wednesdays. So thanks for being here with me. Before I begin, I just want to remind everyone that I love your questions. I love your questions and I love talking to you and I love the banter of going back and forth. So whatever feelings or thoughts or questions might come up for you during this live broadcast, please type them in. Please type them in and don't feel shy. Please ask them. Most of the time, if it's on your mind, it's on another woman's mind and on another person's mind. So do be sure to ask your question. And no pressure. If the question comes up later on, that's fine too. I do my best to scroll back through the feed and answer any questions, thoughts, or feelings, any statements that might come up later on. So if it comes to you later, that's okay too. So hi Ellie, so happy to see you here. Thanks for saying hello. So a dazzle is a high vibrational, happy event, circumstance, experience, affirmation, awareness, or realization. This is how my personal definition for a dazzle. Yes, so what is a dazzle? A dazzle is basically anything awesome that's happening in our life, any kind of awesome occurrence, yes, and anything that is of abundance that is worth paying attention to and just getting so excited about. Because the law, why do we want to do this? Because the law of attraction, according to energetic law, the law of attraction very clearly states that like attracts like, and we get more of whatever it is we are focused on. Wherever our attention goes, that's what we end up creating more of for ourselves. So therefore, as we talk about so much here, there is no truer manifestational formula than feeling good thoughts, thinking, feeling good thoughts, plus feeling good feelings equals manifesting the desires of our hearts, that which we want, with way more ease and way more grace. Yes, and who wouldn't want more of that? So every Wednesday, we're going to be talking about a dazzle to help us more easily shift into having, yes, feeling good thoughts and feeling good feelings. So that which we want just flows in with that greater ease. Yes, could there be any effort more worth efforting around than that? So I want to share with you a dazzle that came up for me this past Saturday because it put this formula into perspective for me. So I know this is true, and you know this is true, and we talk about it a lot here, that formula, yes? But what's one to do when you're not feeling good thoughts and you're not feeling good feelings and you're painfully aware that that's the case? When you're thinking, I know I should be feeling good thoughts, and I know I should be feeling good feelings, but I don't feel good right now. And I'm not thinking any feeling good thoughts right now. So what do we do? So when one understands and believes in the importance of feeling good in the experience of one desires not feeling good, and the awareness that you're not feeling good and you're not feeling good thoughts can feel even worse. It could just like compound the problem, because in this case, we're feeling bad. We're feeling bad because of whatever has just happened to us. And now we're feeling worse because we understand that feeling bad does temporarily interrupt the flow of abundance and prosperity. And this is exactly how I felt this past weekend, with Saturday being the most difficult of days for me. I was upset, and I was upset, and I was upset, and I was so upset. My 4-year-old, Aiden, had started a fever. And parents out there, whether you're the parent of a child or maybe you're the parent of a furry little one, yes, really can understand what this means for any well-intentioned social schedule, or there's not a lot of social right now, but social schedule and work schedule that you might have planned, it just blows the whole thing up. It's like one big fat grenade in your calendar, and it gets completely dismantled. And so anything that you had planned for yourself just gets canceled, gets rescheduled, or it gets forgotten once again. In this case, Aiden needed me, and I want to be there for him to see him back to health, but it also causes, just being fully transparent with you, it causes this flurry of upsetting emotions for me. Now, at this age, they can get sick often because they're still building their immune system. So when he's sick kind of every so often, it doesn't feel like such an inconvenience, if you will. Quite a strong word, but that's how I felt, just to be honest. But he's been sick kind of often lately, and there was a big Christmas break, and so it causes a flurry of upsetting emotions. I became a mom for the first time at 40, and I think no matter what age you become a parent, you very quickly learn that it's this really delicate balancing act of managing work, and in my case, husband and wife relationship, and family and friends, and then the good old, self-care me time. Yeah, that very quickly gets marginalized and pushed off to the side in cases like this. And it's like this very it's like a house of cards, if you will. It's like a house of cards, and one card out of place just sends the whole structure kind of careening for the floor, and I'm kind of left to pick up the pieces and put it back together in a way that creates some kind of semblance of equilibrium. And at times for me, it can feel like a lot of work, and it can feel, quite frankly, unfair, and it can feel difficult, and I can catch myself saying this to myself over and over and over again on a loop in my head. And so how does one turn the ship around, so to speak? Because for me, I'm sharing with you a mom experience, a scheduling experience, but maybe for you, that's not what it is. Maybe for you, you're in a moment where you're thinking, I know I should be thinking, feeling good thoughts, and I know I should be feeling good, but I just don't right now. And so how do I help myself? It could be around anything. It could be a disagreement with a partner. It could be a romantic partner, a life partner. It could be a friend, a family member. It could be something that's happening at work. Really, it's all energetically sort of the same thing, yeah? So what do we do when we're in this place that I found myself this past weekend, when you recognize this is not helping me, feeling this way is not helping me, but I feel this way, so what do I do? So how did I, fish myself, if you will, out of this emotional spiral and basically stop myself from attracting more not so good feelings? And so I so wanted to share this with you because this is exactly what I did, and I'm hoping that it serves you, and I'm hoping that it is a worthwhile practice in your spiritual and your energetic toolbox, so to speak. So the first thing I did, and I'm going to put this in an email for you too, so you can go back and actually look at this in writing. But the first thing I did is I just let myself be upset. I just let myself be upset and be upset and be upset. Just for a period of time. Not too long of a time, but for a little bit. So rather than trying to force or chase or will this not so good feeling away, I just said, it's okay, Danielle, it's a lot, and you're not being unreasonable. It's a lot to rearrange. And I just tried to be compassionate with myself where I was in that moment, and just allow myself a little bit of bandwidth to just, and time to be upset. Reminding myself that discomfort and upset, when it's felt as it arises in the moment, it can and will subside more quickly than if I try to bury it and just pretend I don't feel a way that I feel. So the first thing I did is I just let myself be upset for a short period of time and just, did that. And then step number 2, after a good pout and sulk and some tears, I'm like even crying a little bit right now because it was like just emotional for me. After a good pout and sulk, I just set the intention to feel a little bit better. Oh, I'm like so emotional today. Is it a full moon? I think the full moon's coming. There's something about the moon. Thanks for letting me cry with you guys. I just set the intention to feel a little bit better. I bet if Kathleen's here, she knows when the full moon is. Kathleen, if you're here, tell me when the full moon is. I set the intention to just feel a little bit better. And I said to myself, you know what's not going to work? What's not going to help and what's not going to help work in the long right now is continuing to tell myself on repeat that it's hard and that it's difficult and that it's unfair, because what I want most in this entire experience is just for it to be easy and for it to be fluid and for everyone to be in good health and for my whole family to have the feeling of and the experience of well-being, if you will. So I told myself, this is not going to work. This is just not going to work in the long run, right? This just can't continue. So I can't keep telling myself it's just hard and it's just difficult. After which I said to myself, I would like to feel a little bit better. I would like to feel a little bit better. I didn't demand of myself to feel all the way better or perfect or positive right away. I just said I'd like to feel a little bit better, which was then followed by the most positive reflection I could muster at the time, which is today's Dazzle of the day, which is, I am where I am, and that's all right. I am where I am, and that's all right. I didn't feel positive, so stuffing a bunch of not so good thoughts and not so good feelings down my proverbial throat, my throat, wouldn't have felt believable, even if I tried. And authentically, we talk about this so much here, authentically feeling good, authentically, let's just underscore that word, authentically feeling good is the key to graceful manifestation of all we want, of all we desire to experience for ourselves and have for ourselves. And yes, because what I know to be true in all of my learning and all my education and all my knowing, whether it be from earning a doctorate in psychology or my coaching work or my spiritual and my energetic education, is the universe does not respond to our words or to how we're pretending to feel. Rather, it is only ever responding to how we really feel, Therefore, try as one might, try as I could have tried to just put on a happy face, to stuff those feeling good thoughts and those feeling good feelings down my throat, it just wouldn't have worked, right? Because the universe cannot be outsmart. It cannot be outsmarted. It's always going to respond to how we really feel. Yes? So we must begin, as I'm sharing with you, we must begin with the next best feeling, the next best feeling thought that we can reach for. And sometimes that feeling is just a little less bad than how we were feeling a few moments ago. Or if we're really fortunate, we can even just jump to a neutral term. You could just neutralize it. Yes? So, and then step number 3, as the intention to feel better is set, I just began to gently look for what I could and what I was willing to feel good about. My husband, Jose, took Aiden into the urgent care on Saturday, which is where we ended up because he had quite a high fever. And during the times of COVID, only one parent is allowed to go in. And so this time was Jose's time. I went in with Aiden the last time, so I said, you're it. So I sat in the parking lot and just kind of this swirl of emotions. And I decided, because it was a sunny day here in Southern California, and it was a cold day in California, which is like 60 degrees. I know that makes everyone in the Midwest and the East Coast furious, but this was considered a cold day. But nonetheless, it was a sunny, crisp winter day. So I was like, why am I going to sit in the car? I got to work this out, right? I got to work this out. And so I just began walking loops around the urgent care parking lot. And I, as I could, acknowledged how nice the sun felt on my face and just on my face and on my body. And I acknowledged how beautiful the blue sky was, and the way the clouds looked were very pretty. And I just took these big, deep breaths of fresh air to help clear my mind. And under my mask, I just kept repeating, I am where I am, and that's all right. I am where I am, and that's all right. Not at a rapid pace, but just easy, and as it felt good and as it felt all right for me. And ladies, it helped me so much. And that's when I realized that this was my dazzle of the day for Saturday, and it continued to be my dazzle of the day for Sunday. And I've still been repeating it to myself off and on and off and on all week this week, because my work schedule just had to be totally rearranged, and I'm home with the little one. And yeah, so I have just needed to do that. And it dawned on me, we do talk about this, but it was not the dazzle that one might assume a dazzle would be, like a promotion or a graduation or some kind of, or more money in the bank, or a winning lottery ticket, or a marriage proposal, or it was none of that. But it was the next best feeling sentiment that I could choose in the direction I truly wish to go, the feeling direction I truly wish to go, but I wasn't there yet, yeah? And it felt as if, and we talk about this in my Hello Joy group class, it felt as if sort of dropping this emotional anchor in the moment, and it stopped the negative, anxious spiral in its tracks. It truly did. It wasn't that I was, in Disneyland in my head immediately, but it really just threw that emotional anchor down, and it stopped that anxious spiral. And I felt more calm. I felt as if in the eye of a storm, if you will. And the more I could practice accepting this moment as it was, and remind myself of my ultimate all rightness, then truly I and my whole family would return to that state of being sooner versus later. And so Aiden's doing a lot better. He is. The fever is gone, and now we're just all sorts of congested. So I'm keeping him home probably at least through Thursday, just to give him a chance to recover. And we have spent lots of time playing monster trucks and all his favorite things. And whenever this angsty moment comes about, I just repeat to myself, I am where I am, and that's all right. I am where I am, and that's all right. And so that helps me return to this ultimate spiritual and emotional knowing that it will be, to trust that it will be all right. Not just all right, but literally all right. A-L-L, separate word, R-I-G-H-T, as in it's all right. Wherever I am in this moment, it's where I need to be. Yes? So I know this was quite long, but I do hope it serves you. I'm going to list it out in kind of bullet point format in an email. So if you're on my email list, you'll be able to see that more clearly for yourselves. But regardless of the steps, just really try to hold on to this mantra, this Dazzle statement, intention of, I am where I am, and that's all right. Whenever you find yourself in overwhelm, anxiety, panic, upset, just try this out for yourself and see if it helps you drop that emotional anchor in the moment and help you just stabilize emotionally and stabilize intellectually, so that you can then more easily begin to move in the direction of feeling a little bit better, and then a little bit better, and then good, and then better, yes, and then great, and then just ultimately into the knowing that I'm going to be okay. All right, I do hope this serves you. As a reminder, we are also doing the Box of Joy event. I announced that yesterday. We understand that there is no more kind of important, significant feeling than the feeling of feeling good when it comes to manifesting everything you desire. And we speak about that a lot here. And the Box of Joy is meant to connect you to the feelings of feeling good. What we're going to do is we're going to remind ourselves of how magical life is by filling this box with everything that helps you feel happy, that helps you feel joyful. So you can store inside of it all these lovely notes. You can store inside of it favorite memories. You can store inside of it heartfelt belongings. Yes. This box can be anything that feels fun and happy to you. It does not need to be a formal decorative box. I'm using an old handbag box. So it's an old box that a handbag came in that my husband gave me for Christmas a couple of years ago. And this box is not necessarily meant to help pinpoint dreams, as the Dreamscape Journal December event was all about helping to pinpoint dreams. This is more to solely lift your vibration. It is meant to help you raise your energy to a state of feeling good. Because every time you visit with this box, really you're going to feel that feeling of just happiness, and smiles come across your heart and your soul and your face. Yes, so it is a simple yet powerful reminder of how joyful it is to be you living life as you. So Box of Joy, we're live doing the Box of Joy event on Fridays at 11 a.m. And Hello Joy, my 6-week group coaching course, begins February 15th. If you are looking to become masterful at thinking feeling good thoughts and feeling good feelings, and then thereby more easily and more gracefully manifesting and receiving the dreams and desires of your heart, then this class is for you. It is all about feeling happy, being abundant, and living your dreams. And it is my great, great, great honor to hold your hand through that process and to be friends in it. Yes? Okay, so let me just check in and see if anybody had any questions. And remember, you can always ask your questions after the live broadcast ends, and I will loop back around and do my best to answer for you. Hi, ladies. So happy to see you. Lots of ladies here. Let's see if there's any questions. Jamie said, thanks for being so honest and open. Oh, you're welcome. Sometimes I get emotional. I just start crying. But yeah, thanks for thanking me. I appreciate that. Catherine, so nice to see you here. Ladies, everybody, so nice to see you. Sharon, so nice to see you here. Sharon, I don't know how long you've been on. I am going to end now unless there's any questions. So I do encourage you to go back and watch the video from the very beginning. I'll be posting it here in the group. And if you're on my email list, you will also get it via email today. Okay, so any other questions? Does anyone want to ask anything, share any thoughts, any feelings? You can ask any questions you want as well about the Dazzle of the Day series, the Box of Joy event, or Hello Joy, my 6-week group coaching course that begins on February 15th, which I'm so excited about. We already have a handful of ladies. And we're going to be working with my essential oil blends as well, which are truly, truly special, and I'm excited about. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any questions. So I do hope that this has served you, and I will be back. What is today? Today's Wednesday. I will be back on Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time to show you my box of joy and some of the things that I'm putting in there that make me smile. And as a gentle reminder, I am giving away a genie bottle to the most enthusiastic participant of the box of joy. There's no getting this right or wrong per se, but I did want to gift a fun little something to whomever just kind of went to town when the box of joy event. So do post pictures of your box of joy, any of the stickers you're putting on it, if you want to post anything that you're putting inside of it, and most of all, if you want to share any feelings, thoughts, realizations, ahas, even little hiccup moments that you may be feeling or experiencing while you create your box of joy, please do share. I do my best to answer, and the other ladies in the group are extremely supportive as well. Okay. Doesn't look like there's any questions. Okay, so much love to you. I will see you on Friday, and thanks for letting me share with you today. I'm so grateful for you. Bye.